Hello, it's Carl. This is a quick update on measuring things in images. With images, I mean in this case EL images, electroluminescence images, taken on solar modules. But the same methods can be also applied for all other kinds of images. We will work on dataArtist, and I will show you how to measure average cell intensities, how to correct perspective, how to set a scale, which can be a relative or physical scale, and how to measure lengths and areas. First of all, let's drag and drop our image into dataArtist. From the last videos, you already know how to measure average intensities, right? Or how to measure length. This is already old stuff. New is, or updated, is the tool selection. Here we have a new perspective grid type, which can be used to measure intensities, measure areas, or create a mask. So first, let's adapt to the module corners. Right click to set the number of cells in X, which is 4, in Y, which is 9. And if we are keen to, we can also adjust cell distances, or if we have pseudo square shape. I will not be precise about this since this is just a demonstration. Okay, now that we set it, our selection tool, measuring average cell intensities, is just one click. Create average cell averages. The result is given in this table, which we now can mark and, for example, copy paste into whatever program we want to use to analyze the data. Since we already defined a selection tool, giving it our module device corners, we can easily correct perspective using the tool perspective correction. Caveat, this is no proper camera calibration and correction. This is just a perspective fit. Please ignore this message. My PC is very well protected, thank you. So we click on this tool, and with this we already remove perspective. The old image we don't need anymore, so we remove it. Of course, the selection tool does not overlap with the cells because I was, as you know, very lazy of doing it right. Okay, in the next step, let's set a scale. So we go to our ruler tool, we enable set scale, we enable the ruler. Now we set a scale from left to right. For example, define this thing as being 4 cells. In the same way, we could also say this length would be corresponding to 90 centimeters. If you would like to see centimeters or whatever physical unit on the axis, you can go to the reference menu, which is here on the side, with F3, or just sliding it in. Go to your axis. 0 and 1 refer to X and Y in this case, and then just give them units. Okay, so now that we set at the scale, all areas and all lengths that we already measured are updated to the new unit. What else do we have? Setting a scale. Measuring length and areas. For this we go back to our selection tool, click type freehand, new. Now we zoom in into the area of interest and we just mark it. Okay. If we want to modify the selection, we go to modify and then just move everything a bit more precise. We can add new handles or remove them. As soon as we are done, right click again, done modify. And here we see the area relative to our length. Let's move this RI and let's set a new scale to make this a bit more useful. Let's set another scale, activate. Okay, so if we set this thing to 1 relative to a cell length of 1 and a cell height of 1, this would be 5%. However, as you see, it is much more since this cell is a half-cut cell. So what we want is generating or making this area relative to the actual cell size. So we create, actually let's just use a rectangular tool. Okay. Now we can, for example, divide both values to get the relative, or we go to relative to selection within our selection tool, and we say that whatever we have, it should be relative to the rectangle. If we then click on measure areas, we get a new table where we see the relative or scaled length, and then relative to our selection, which is in this case the rectangle. And we see this dark area would be 16% relative to a cell. This is all for now. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please write me a mail or create an issue on GitHub. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.